Now let's move on to something here that I just want to briefly share about as well. This is known as the Facebook ad auction and how it works. You don't have to get deep in this. Facebook has told us there are three components that determine where your ad is shown and obviously to who. The three components as follows. One is your advertiser bid, and by this is literally the price of the bid. So you need to understand that in the Facebook advertising system, very often, just like Google as well, behind the scenes, there's an auction taking place. And the outcome of the auction will decide which ads get shown in the event that there are a lot of ads vying for the same user. So advertiser bid is one part or one component of the ad auction algorithm. And truth be told, in case you're wondering, I don't recall bidding for my ad. Well, that's because most of the advertiser bidding algorithm or the effort is set to automatic when we set our campaigns itself. And you generally want to leave it as automatic and let Facebook again do this heavy lifting of advertiser bidding. Now, of course, if you're running Google ads, it's a different story. If you're running Google ads, you do want to be manually controlling the bid because in Google, particularly for search ads, if you leave it to automatic, your bid price can go through the roof and you can end up literally screaming really loud when you see how much they're charging you per click on the Google search network. But today we're going to be focusing on Facebook. So the next aspect you need to be aware of is this thing known as estimated action rate. What is this? This is the probability that your target audience will respond to your ad. If you're wondering how does Google know this, well, they have historical data. And now is a good time to understand that there are different type of actions that we as users take, and the different kind of actions we tend to take does influence the estimated, and this in turn influences what kind of campaign objective you should use. For example, under campaign objective, you may choose to want to select engagement as a campaign objective. What is engagement? Engagement is basically you showing your ad to your target audience, and within that target audience, prioritizing your ad to users who are more likely to engage with your ad. And engagement obviously is defined as any interaction with your ad, like a click, a like, and a share. What you do need to understand is that the people who tend to engage because of user behavior may not be the same people who will end up buying or filling up a form in particular, which is lead generation. So when you choose engagement, Facebook will give you exactly what you want, which is people who are going to engage with your ad. But again, a lot of advertisers like to have their cake and they want to eat it. So they say, I want to choose engagement. I want like, shares, and comments. I like that for sure. And I pray that they will fill up my form as well. You are using the machine learning algorithm wrongly because you're expecting the algorithm target the audience to do two things: engage with your ad and fill up your form. Unless there's a dual campaign objective, the campaign objective you choose will be the campaign objective that you're going to get. So if you choose engagement, you are going to basically show your ad to people in your audience who are more likely to engage. They don't consider whether these people also click and fill up forms. Now, similarly, if you use Facebook campaign objective called lead generation, and if you've done it before, you know that lead generation objective is a very specific objective where you're given the ability to create a form within Facebook, and the data in the form gets auto-populated through Facebook's information, which is really useful, like name, email address, phone number, primarily, and it's a Facebook asset. Now, all I can do to hint to you right now is that this form and this campaign objective called Facebook lead generation is going to be utilized far more frequently in the future in the era of enhanced privacy laws. And I'm going to explain to you why that is the case. So get yourself acquainted with the lead generation objective, which is a Facebook asset. And similarly, if you want to get leads, then this is the best campaign objective to select, because Facebook has historical information on which people or persons have previously completed a lead form, because it's a native Facebook asset. The final aspect you also need to know is that the effectiveness of your ad will also impact the ad auction. This is known as ad quality. So what you need to be very aware of is that Facebook does rate every single ad that we run, and there's an ad quality score associated with every single ad. Your ad quality, by the way, can be impacted by users negatively if a large percentage of users start hiding your ad or complaining to Facebook, I don't want to see this ad. So negative user feedback is the most serious of all, because it can adversely not just affect the health of your ad and the reach of your ad, it can also affect your entire ad account. So if you receive excessive negative feedback on majority of your ads, Facebook will use it as a signal that Facebook users do not want to see your kind of ads, and in the worst case, your ad account gets shut down. And that's, of course, every Facebook advertiser's nightmare.